So nothing important. Um, ever since I got out, I'm just like whatever, like try to think of alternatives so I don't have to go back. And like I I did what my therapist inside the hospital said to do, and I emailed one of the relationships that I care about, which was Chris, the pastry chef, and like I pour my soul into it, and I just barely got the reply 2 days later, which is fine. I mean, I was mad, but like I guess it took me that long as well. But I had groups and sleep and like drugs and like I was in the hospital, so I'm entitled to have 2 days. But he wasn't. But then again, he's a dad, so I don't know. And he said that I told him he was like I see him as a fatherly figure. I didn't mean he was my father. I meant that he seems like a I'm saying this because I love you kind of type. And then he just like shattered me because he kept saying that he thinks I'm very powerful, but yet I don't believe that he has more faith in me than I do on myself. And like if I was to read the email, I would love to, but I'm not staying in my own house because I can't. So then it's like I can't read the email and record at the same time. But all I want to say is that like I've loved you, and you took absolutely no responsibility for anything you did. The problem is not us. It's not the kitchen against two people. You too have to change your mind. And like he keeps saying that things are my fault, that in 4 hours we can't do shit, and that whatever. And I'm just like, fucking get over it. It's been how long? It's been 2 years. Get over it. I pointed the good and the bad of all the situations. And then he didn't take any of the blame. Not at all. I took the blame for being a bitch. He didn't take the blame for being a dumbass. Like, how? He's like, oh, I know you do so much during the weekdays. And I was like, that's not the point. I spent. He says that he could do that shit in 4 hours, but yet, the time that he had to. And I just. I just can't. So I broke. And I, I think I learned his email in like 3 portions because I couldn't handle it. So then I would read a paragraph and I would just fucking bet like, what am I, a fucking child? Like, obviously. Honestly, I can't even fucking cope with my emotions that I have to tear up like a fucking baby every time. internet. Being in the hospital reminded me of why I've held my guard, like why I lied to my therapist. Like, the letter to Chris was because my therapist and I decided that was a relationship worth fighting for, and then my therapist was saying, you're scared to be vulnerable because every time you do, you like lash out, which is true. But then she's like, you need to try, and then I did try, and then he doesn't give a fuck. So then why? I guess I guess the oldest rule holds true, and there's no such thing as friends. Okay, I really need to leave before I get arrested.